So in the previous video, we have seen the part related to component composition, where we had the parent and the child, and we refer to the parent in the child. All right. So the child had a username and the username property that was interpolated, and it was referred to in the template of the parent. So we were able to show the content of the child inside the browser. All right, so in the next step we are going to start working on the control flow. So with the if, else, for annotations, but for now we're gonna just start focusing on the if. All right, so here we have only one component. Okay, no component composition for now, because the goal is mainly to focus on the control flow operators. All right, so we have an app component with app root selector. Its template contains a span showing yes, the server is running. That's what we see here, and the component is a standalone component, okay, to not have to deal with modules, etc. All right, so here they are telling us about how the if annotation works. So here we have welcome back friend, but it's conditioned by an if condition that checks whether the property is logged in of the component, it is true or not. All right, so since in this case the is logged in property is true, it will display welcome back friend. Okay, if we initialize this property to false, the check will be false and we won't go inside the if, so this paragraph won't be displayed. Okay, so this is just an example to show you how the if syntax works, and the tutorial actually, the things that you have to apply start here. Okay, so let's see what they're asking us to do. So here they are asking us to add a Boolean property called isServerRunning and set the initial value to true. All right, so we have already spoken about type inference in previous videos. Okay, so as long as we are initializing the property with a value from which the type can be inferred, we don't need to declare the type explicitly. All right, so the fact that we are using true here for isServerRunning, it will automatically infer that it is a Boolean. All right, so we have our property. Now the second step is to update our template to display the message yes, the server is running, which is already there, only if the value is server running is true. And for that we already have the example here with is logged in. Okay, so we are going to do the same. All right, so let's copy this, okay, and replace the content of the if, the body of the if, with yes, the server is running. And of course we have to replace this property here from is logged in to is server running. All right, let's wait a little bit, and we see that we are still displaying yes, the server is running. If I put the value to false, it should not display anything because we will not be in the if, right? Yeah, so in the next step we are going to cover the else property, the else annotation. All right, so the else is to cover the false use case, right? So here let's put this back to true. Okay, and they want us to, in the case of the else, they're giving us the syntax to do it, the if and then a body and then the else and then the body to display no, the server is not running. All right, so let's just copy that to save some time with the curly braces and everything else. Okay, let's replace the if with an else. For the else, we don't need the condition, and the content is no, the server is not running. Okay, and we should be good. So now the value of the property is true. If we put it back to false, we'll not go inside the if, but we'll go inside the else, and you clearly see that it's showing no, the server is not running. Okay, so that's about the if else annotations in control flow. Those are part of newer versions of Angular. In older versions as well as the newer versions, you the way to do that is by using the ngIf or ngSwitch structural directives directly on the element on which it should show or not. All right, so in the next step we will cover the 4 annotation of the control flow to show how we can loop over arrays of data.